everything's broken and we don't know how to fix it because we're cowboys now.
Yeah, we are cowboys, and cowboys don't know how to fix these things because it's future tech.
Because it's future tech.
We don't understand future tech.
We are back to our old single mic setup for today. So if we sound like ass, that's just what's happening.
Yeah.
So without further ado, let's
watch cartoons.
Watch some cartoons. Hello and welcome back to the Space Jam Continuum, the show where we try to make a cohesive cinematic universe out of something that was never meant to be one. I'm Chris McLennan.
I'm Carl Noble.
And what did we discover last time?
Porky the Third made an appearance a couple of episodes back. We've been keeping an eye out for him.
Yeah. What do we think? Do we think it was Porky the Third? Who do you think was the Pied Piper Porky?
I'm fairly certain that was just a normal Porky. I don't think that was like a maniacal boy.
And I think it was Porky the Fourth job.
Yeah.
And the Daffy Duck Hunt. Uncertain. A Porky lookalike.
I think it was another Porky because it didn't seem to recognise Daffy.
Yes, that's a good point. And both of them would recognise Daffy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we had Bugs.
Yeah, Bugs.
He was not happy about rabbits only being worth like 5 cents.
Yeah, and he went to the government. We got a bit of an insight into the government.
Yeah,
humans.
Yeah, it was actually. They seem to be the ones kind of running the country because he went all the way to Washington for that.
Absolutely,
and spoke to the game commissioner. It didn't really. I mean, he went a bit above and beyond to get the bounty increased.
Yeah,
because he just went around and trashed everything. It was terrible. He filled in the Grand Canyon.
He might be Banksy.
Yeah. But that was how we worked out what we figured he was kind of really famous for. Not for his TV bits, but, for filling in the Grand Canyon, for causing an absolute nuisance to himself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still on board with that as a notion.
Yeah.
That's why everyone knows who he is. It's not like Porky Pig, who's a celebrity there because he's in the films.
Like Bugs has been in a few, but probably nothing big.
No, bit parts. He's got a couple of minor IMDb credits.
Yeah, he does some adverts occasionally for carrots.
Yeah, but so we actually think Bugs is well known for being this sort of elusive, like graffiti artist slash
vandal,
straight up vandal. Because sometimes he sold Florida off and kicked it out to sea.
Yeah,
and
that's a lot.
I mean, I understand why you would want to do that.
Yeah.
Because Florida's terrible, terrible swamp.
Yeah, but the thing is that they must go and get it and stitch it back on.
We don't know yet.
No, well, I mean, that's true.
See next time they'll show us the map.
Yeah, see if Florida's still there or whether or not it's floating off as some island state.
Well, let's see if Claude, Hubie, Bertie and Hector have a map in Mouse Wreckers. It's unlikely. They're just in a house. Blueprint tops.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see what these cats are doing in Mouse Wreckers from April 23rd, 1949. Okay, well, first bit of genuine Hector action in a while.
Yeah,
because not Cinecolour.
No, not Cinecolour. But I mean, he didn't have much of a part in that.
No, he was a prop.
He was just like, I'm going to be an angry dog. But I think Hubie and Bertie have got themselves a new business here. House clearing for mice to live in other houses.
Get the cat out.
Yeah, so like this one, Hubie and Bertie rock up to a house which looked alarmingly like a house from the Dover Boys.
The fucking Dover Boys, man.
Who the hell are the Dover Boys? But yeah, so they rock up to this house and they see inside that the house, residing in the house is this gold cream award-winning mouse-catching cat.
Yeah, and he won the title the previous year, 1948.
Yeah,
so
he's got he's got a lot of awards for mouse-catching.
He's fresh. He's not old. He's not
out
of the game.
He's having a sleep, and Hubie and Bertie have decided, right, we need to be in this house because we want a bit of this action. So they go through a whole range of different things just to mess with this cat's head. So everything they do to it whack it on the head, make a room appear upside down. They do it all without the cat noticing mice are even in the house.
Yeah, they are. If it were Hitman, they'd be achieving top level.
Yeah, exactly. They basically just managed to get Claude to leave the house of his own accord. Because
he was having nightmares.
Yeah, he's just tripped out completely. He's chugging down nerve tonic.
Which at the time is chock full of all kinds of stuff. We were like, I don't know what nerve tonic is now, but like presumably then it wasn't as great.
No.
And at the time it's like, it's full of, strychnine or lithium or cocaine or...
Yeah, all sorts of mad stuff. But what was interesting is he happily chugged down nerve tonic, yet he wouldn't touch the catnip. He'd sworn off catnip.
No, but that was like, because he thought it was because of the drink, I think.
Yeah, possibly.
He thought all this was going on and he was having these, night terrors because of the drink. But he chucked out the drink.
He was hiding it in the chandelier.
And he was still having it.
Yeah.
Like,
and then he was chugging down nerve tonic.
Yeah.
But yeah, like they did a fantastic job. Now, I think in this one they were doing it just for themselves, but they should definitely go into business. Because they could just do house clearings, Yeah. They're kind of like bailiffs.
Get mice on the ladder.
Yeah.
But
it'd be worth it, but where's the human that lives? Unless...
Because I was going to say, there's definitely a human that lives there, because it's set up for human-sized stuff and he just sleeps on the floor.
Yeah.
And the nerve tonic was in the medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
Whereas he was hiding the catnip.
Yeah.
So there's clearly a human in control somewhere. Well, control is a strong word for what's going on here.
Yeah. But what's going to happen to the human? Like, what are Hubie and Bertie going to do to that human?
But I don't think they necessarily need the human out.
He was going to notice the cat's gone, though, surely.
Yeah, but I think the mice still...
Cats run away,
I think that the mice still want to terrify humans as a pastime. They just don't want to kill a cat there.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough.
They still want to get into that Thomas?
Yeah.
Thomas!
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I didn't learn very much about the world from that. What I do find interesting is whispering in the Tooniverse.
Yeah.
That seems to be because it's always... But, that seems to translate perfectly.
Yeah. There's never a sort of Chinese Whispers-esque issue.
No. It's like, okay, I know exactly what you're saying there. So whispering's almost like another language that everybody seems to know, because it's still as audible.
Like thieves' cant in D&D. Yeah. You have to really be paying attention.
Yeah, but the thing is, because it's audible.
Yeah.
But it's just like, sorry, I don't understand what they're saying. No, it's never inaudible whispering, is it? It's always audible whispering.
So heavily audible.
Yeah. It's as loud as the general chatter.
This episode did make me ask some questions about gravity and defiance thereof. If are there sections of the triangle?
Yes, yeah.
Could we have the gravity triangle?
Yeah.
Which basically, it's like gravity here. You've got mass and you've got a gravitational pull, but with a third aspect where you have to know.
Yeah. So because I think there was like fuel, essentially, propulsion.
Yes, something actually propelling it downwards.
Yeah, knowledge. And then, what was the third thing? Mass, I think it was.
Well, it's mass.
Yeah.
It's the gravitational pull itself.
Yeah.
And only two of them have to exist.
Yes.
Which allowed, in this instance, the cat, who I presume couldn't normally jump to the ceiling, to jump from the ceiling that was painted like... No, the floor that was painted like a ceiling to the ceiling. Is that because, obviously, he has mass...
Yes.
And can jump quite high.
Yeah.
But did his knowledge... No, did his knowledge that was the floor, perceived knowledge, allow him to fall to the ceiling?
Possibly. I mean, the thing is we,
before gravity sort of notices, because he is sort of clinging on.
Yeah, he has to...
And then gravity sort of notices. Does gravity have a sentience?
No, I see...
Or a reaction time?
Oh, possibly. But like the way I see it is, cats are often depicted as being able, if they're scared, to jump to a ceiling.
But I've not seen it yet in the Tooniverse.
No, I've not seen it yet in the Tooniverse either.
I've seen it in this situation where the room is painted the other way up.
Yeah, that's true. The thing is,
I'm totally open to the idea.
I'm totally open to the idea that gravity has a sentience. That gravity is not necessarily it doesn't have a personification. It doesn't have there's no human human-esque thing walking around going, "Hi, I'm gravity."
It's no ego.
But there's a knowledge there. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, because I just I can't quite like the idea that gravity's sitting around or paying attention to something else.
Whoa, hold on. No. Oh, right now I'll act up. Fine, go down.
Fine, fall now.
Yeah, go.
Okay. Oh, you got back on the cliff, you cheeky monkey.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, you missed it.
He's got like just a lever he's meant to pull or something.
No, I'm totally open to that definitely being a thing. Yeah. Like gravity has a certain level of sentience.
Yeah, but other than that, that there wasn't much society-wise
Not really.
in that one. It was, just Hubie and Bertie branching out. And they are nomadic by those things. They've got their little
bindles.
Yeah.
They do seem to move about. But I suppose, like, if you're living that sort of lifestyle, it's not going to be long till you kind of found out.
Yeah.
And you get moved on.
Yeah.
So, like, as much as they're good at, like, kind of clearing the cat out.
It's outlaws moving town to town.
Yeah.
Speaking of outlaws moving town to town, it's a Yosemite Sam number next, and he recently moved back to the West wearing his maroon.
He did
colours.
Yeah, that was the last time he was representing, wasn't he?
Yeah, because we actually first saw Yosemite Sam in Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Yes.
So. Yeah, he's late edition. He's from Toontown, which was a Maroon enterprise.
Yeah.
Maroon is often used in the Tooniverse as a sort of derogatory for really whacked out toons.
Yeah, which is a lot. Like, like to turn around to a toon and say you are out there.
Yeah.
Like you're taking it next level.
Yeah, but I think they use it as a slant in that way.
Yes.
But I don't think that's why they were in Toontown. I think it's just you use it when someone's absolutely just like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah, you're an absolute maroon.
You maroon. So let's check it out. We're watching High Diving Hare again with this. High Diving Hare, which is a Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam number from April 30th, 1949.
Let's see if he's representing. Well,
it's gravity heavy. This
week. It is gravity heavy.
Space Jam Continuum, but we're scientists.
Yeah, this is what we're here for.
It's what we're here for.
This is what we set out to do when we were like, right, let's start this long journey.
So we're given a little insight at the end of this episode, but let's not get into that right now.
No.
Give us the gist.
Yeah, this is an episode I remember as a kid and always remember really enjoying. So Bugs is touting for a show and he's selling tickets for...
he's got a bit of a cold again.
Yeah. So he's chewing on a carrot to kind of get rid of that. They seem to be his medicine. But yeah, he's advertising for a show where there's going to be 15 acts. And the first one is, was it Free Falling Freep?
Fearless Freep.
Fearless Freep, that was it. And Yosemite Sam loves Fearless Freep. He's just like, it's like 15 cents a ticket or something stupid like that. And he hands over a fistful of dollars and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna take loads of tickets. And it's like, tickets. You need one ticket, Sam. One ticket, mate.
Now Bugs sees this and just goes, I'll make some extra dollar.
Yeah,
he just because the place is full.
Yeah,
it's not like it's Yosemite Sam 79 empty seats.
No, not at all. Because, Bugs is like, no, it's just one guy. So, yeah, then Bugs comes on stage, so the show's about to start, and he gets a telegram, Fearless Freep is delayed and isn't going to be here till tomorrow. So he goes on stage, and...
Fearless Freep, by the way, is only one of 15 acts.
Yes, yeah. The other 14, fine, they're all lined up ready to go. So the crowd are not happy. And
Yosemite Sam especially.
Yeah, because that's who he's there for. Because he pays a lot of money.
He bought 80 tickets to
exactly. So Fearless Freep was going to do a high dive into a half barrel of water. And Sam's like, right, I'm seeing somebody do this. Up you go, come on. So he basically frog marches Bugs right up to the top. And then Bugs does his classic. He's not jumping off that thing at all. Never. Like, Sam goes into it several times in various different ways.
Yeah, but most of it revolves around direct play with gravity and your perception thereof.
Yeah.
So we had a similar thing, at least at one point, to the previous episode where they make, when they made Claude, I think their house was upside down. But most of it revolves around direct play with gravity and your perception thereof. Yeah. So we had a similar thing, at least at one point, to the previous episode where they made Claude, I think their house was upside down. So when he flips the board over and he's standing on the bottom of it. And
Yeah.
then Yosemite Sam's like, "Oh, why are you upside down?" And he goes, "I'm not upside down."
You are.
And then Yosemite Sam falls. He switches the board around. So
Yeah, so he
jumps off
kicks it, yeah.
the safe end.
Yeah.
And then Yosemite Sam goes, "Okay, well, he did it." And then he pops off the other end.
Doesn't even look for the ladder.
No.
He was literally just going to step off the ladder end and would have fallen anyway.
That's true. That's true. Bugs played no part in that.
Like, he didn't go, there's the edge of the ladder, I'll grab that, turn around and back down. No, he's like, I'm just going to take a step straight off, the ladder will catch me.
But there were a lot of these sorts of antics, right? Often in defiance of gravity. And throughout the episode, we saw a lot of not just knowledge of the fact that you should be falling, but actually like willpower affect gravity quite directly. Because at one point, Bugs slides down a ladder quicker than Yosemite Sam is falling. Now, I know Bugs is a quick fella, but is he quick falling?
But that's the thing, because you have to be able to...
But if Yosemite Sam is willing not to hit the ground, and Bugs is willing to hit the ground as quickly as possible so he can get in Yosemite Sam's seat and see this good show, then do they slow down and speed up?
Like our lower gravity, it doesn't matter what you've got, without resistance... A feather and a cannonball will hit the deck at the same time.
Yeah.
Because gravity is gravity. The force is the same. Evidently not there. At some point, Yosemite Sam falls and then comes back up to berate Bugs before falling out. He can't get himself across, though. He can only go back up to where he started. He can't then go, actually, no, I'll step forward.
My thinking here was that, so as you say, things of different weights without resistance will hit the ground at the same time. But obviously in real life, there's usually resistance.
Yes, you got air resistance. Air
resistance, obviously the big one.
Yes.
But in the Tooniverse, is there will resistance?
Possibly. Is there air resistance? Because is there air? Because we've seen Toons underwater.
Yeah, in space we've seen them.
Yeah.
Fine.
Maybe air isn't the thing in the Tooniverse.
So the main resistance to gravity is willpower.
Yeah,
they make a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, I think because that's what I was thinking. Because Bugs wheels his way to the ground real quick. Yosemite Sam wills the water to go faster than him.
Yeah.
So he's...
the water seemed to go faster than him before he knew the water was coming.
But he was already willing himself slower, I reckon.
Yes, yeah.
And then he willed the water faster.
Yeah, go. And then he got on top of the water. The water landed in the bucket, and he just landed next to it.
Yeah.
So he whiffed it.
He was concentrating
He kind of stepped off and went, okay.
And then, obviously, he manages at one point, with just righteous fury, to will his way...
back up.
Opposite gravity.
Yeah.
So, I think, possibly, it might be... time to retire the gravity triangle.
In favour of a square. Gravity square.
No, I think
no.
I think we consider gravity similar to in our world, but there's will resistance.
Yeah. Because here, you can will it as much as you want, but gravity's going to act the way gravity's going to act.
We all know where this ends. This is the Space Jam Continuum, Cal.
Yeah. Well, that is true.
And what's the theme tune to the Space Jam Continuum?
I believe I can fly.
I believe I can fly.
There you go. So belief alone.
Belief. Just sheer willpower.
Is
the resistance gravity you wasn't expecting.
This also holds in the Disneyverse as well. Peter Pan.
And
fairy dust and willpower.
And Toy Story.
Yeah.
The Disney Pixarverse.
Yeah, exactly.
Which presumably becomes a splinter universe at some point because they're just separate. They're just separate entities now.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into that.
No. But
I don't need 2 more podcasts to record.
But it seems to be that gravity seems to be very fickle across all.
Maybe it's because it's trying to cater to everything.
Or the thing is maybe gravity is as fickle here, but its willpower is just a lot stronger than ours.
Yeah, I was going to frame it the opposite way around.
But you think our willpower is stronger than gravity's?
I think our willpower is very weak.
Well, yeah. No, but that's what I'm saying.
It's stronger, but not by merit of it being super strong. He's still got a lot on his... He's spinning plates.
Yeah.
Over several universes.
Gravity be busy.
Gravity's a busy boy.
You've got a lot going on.
Whereas, we're just, weak-willed.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't mean just you and I.
I mean, we're sticking with this, but yeah, like we learned a lot about gravity in that episode, and we also so the bit we really got solid was Bugs at the end of it talks about gravity and about him defying the laws of gravity, but he didn't study law. Yeah,
but I think that's that just helps his willpower overcome gravity.
Well, because he doesn't knowledge.
He doesn't even know what's meant to be happening.
Yeah,
he's just decided.
He's just like, meh. But I don't think it's about studying law as in the laws of the land. It's more about kind of the laws of nature. So I'm thinking one of the things that you're taught when you take your trouser test, or one of the things you have to pass, is possibly a knowledge of the laws of gravity.
Yeah. Or do you take a major and that just wasn't his?
Possibly.
There are a bunch of people who didn't study law.
Yeah, and they're just like,
of gravity.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we learned a lot, and we also got introduced to a fantastic song.
Yes, which we'll play at the end of the episode. At one point, Bugs has set up a door on the plank. I can't remember why, really. But he's behind the door, and Yosemite Sam's for some reason trying to get in to get him, and he's going to quickly open the door so Yosemite Sam falls off.
Falls off the end.
But he says, open up that door. Notice how I didn't say Richard. And I was like, is he calling him a dick?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening?
What's this about? So I did a quick bit of fucking Google foo. And
we're going to play the result of that Google foo at the end of the episode. Yeah. It's a joy. I implore you all stick with it because
right till the end.
It's a joy.
Yeah, it's so good.
So we're going to move on then to people we haven't seen in a while. We were trying to work out the state of their relationship before. Because what on the surface seemed like a mother, father, and a baby bear.
Yeah.
We think there's something else going on.
Yeah, so like an alternative lifestyle that they all seem to be pretty happy with, but we just couldn't quite peg exactly what was the sitch.
Yeah, so let's see if we can uncover anything else about that whole situation in the Bedeviled Bruin. That's B with a double E. Like a bee. Not bedeviled.
No. So I'm guessing it's only something to do with honey.
So it's the Bedeviled Bruin, starring the Three Bears, from May 14th, 1949. Let's give that a looking at. That didn't explain anything.
Not really. It just gave us a lot more things to look at and go,
It sort of cemented to me, to an extent, that we're on the right track.
Yeah.
Because so the episode centres around they're having toast and honey for breakfast. The baby bear, who is the biggest one,
just
takes all the honey onto one bit of toast.
Obviously.
So Dad says, "I'm going out to get more honey," and he takes the baby bear with him.
Yeah.
Mama bear at that point goes, "But Henry," and he's like, "No, I don't want to hear it."
Yeah.
But Henry, and she's pointing at a cupboard.
Yeah.
And he's not having any of it. He storms out to go and get honey.
He's made a decision, hasn't he?
They repeatedly, to Henry's disdain, fail to get honey, and he gets, consistently more and more injured.
Yes, yeah.
As is the flow of a Three Bears episode, usually. Yeah. But in the end, he gets some honey. It's chock full of bees. He storms back out with what were either climbing spikes or knives just attached to his legs.
Yeah, so he can climb the tree.
Climbs the tree. Comes back, just stung.
His face is all messed up.
He just gets all puffed up. So he resigns himself not to be having toast and honey for breakfast. He's got some bacon and eggs on his plate. He goes, "Don't tell me there's no ketchup." And Mama Bear goes to the cupboard, which is obviously full of honey, and one bottle of ketchup, and he loses his rag.
He wasn't happy, was he?
And then he goes to get some honey out of the thing. The whole shelf falls down on him, smashing all the honey and covering him in honey. And he goes, "What did I do to deserve a family like this?"
Yeah.
and I think it's probably the wording of his Craigslist ad.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
He's probably asked for it.
I'm still pretty convinced it's not his family.
Yeah. Yeah, so Baby Bear seems to, he gets punched a lot for being bad.
Yeah.
And then at one point, when Papa Bear is unconscious on the floor, Baby Bear goes up and goes, I've been a bad boy, grabs Papa Bear's fist and punches himself in the face with it.
Yeah.
And it's like, so
that
that's...
was like, oh yeah, he really does...
Like he's
this punishment or present.
Yeah, he's leaning into this lifestyle hard.
Yeah, Mama Bear, not particularly formidable in this one, like in the previous one.
No, but she's quick.
She's quick because at one point he
not.
loses his shit. And he punches Baby Bear and he swings to slap her, and she's just.
Yeah, the thing is,
it's like a frames missed.
Yeah, it was imperceptible movement. Like it just looked like he'd whiffed it, but she moved.
Yeah, like you sort of saw it.
Yeah, there was just a shudder, and it was like, was that just a problem with the frame, or like?
But like, there was no impact,
no,
and no sound effect. No. It was just like, no, you.
And he didn't even like swing right round, like So it was like, wow, it was weird.
It's just so she's got some Matrix level stuff going on.
She only gets hit when she wants to be hit.
Yeah, but I don't think that's her part in this at all.
No, I don't think it is. But
because I think like Daddy Bear's like your switch in this environment.
Yeah. Like, I wonder who hits Daddy Bear in the face with the shovel at the end. Because the bee lands on his nose and tries to lull him to sleep, and then he just gets slammed.
I'm going with Baby Bear.
Yeah, because he did it the first time.
But I don't know.
It was off camera, so it was like maybe Mama Bear went, nah, not enough of this.
It's like, up with this, I will not put.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. Is that they've gone up in the world. They've got a nicer house now.
I mean, it was definitely something they've cobbled together.
Yeah, it's definitely a bear house. Like it's based off a cave, I think.
Yes,
You see it at the start, but it's got a nice front to it, like a little mezzanine balcony.
Yeah, it was quite like from the outside it looks better. I think they've painted the outside, but they haven't painted the inside yet.
Because the inside still looks like a cave.
Well, like the inside when you were looking at the doors, that like you could see the boards and they were kind of like broken up bits, and you could see like advertising on certain bits, something, and they were kind of like crates or something they'd used, but they've obviously haven't rendered the inside and painted it yet. But I think that's probably a work in progress.
Fair enough.
Because the thing is, they've only got like 9 months of the year to do that sort of thing. Because
they're a kip.
Yeah,
but they can travel in time.
Yeah, but I'm wondering whether or not it's only to kind of like bring it back to like the beginning of a sleep period.
They can reset
a sleep cycle.
Hibernation.
Yeah.
They need that hibernation.
Yeah.
If they're woken up early, it's just hard reset on that.
Yeah. Like now,
does anybody else know that that's happened? Or do people get like?
I mean, I'm wondering whether
people get like a little chance to try again, but with all the same information as they started with before, so nothing different happens.
Yeah. So it's just like, well,
it's literally rewind.
Yeah. Maybe other bears are aware.
But they won't get. What did they get woken up by last time when they were trying to hibernate?
Well, no, it was that Papa Bear didn't get any sleep at all. Like the other two, they did, but like Papa Bear kept getting woken up by various different things and didn't get any sleep.
If it was a straight up rewind, then that's no good to you because it would just happen again.
Well, it's possible because he's the one who's sent it back. He gets another crack at it. I don't know. Like.
Or do people just get this sort of Groundhog Day
effect?
Sort of a strange divination of 3 months?
Sure
I think if I do this,
I'm guessing it just doesn't happen very often. I'm guessing that bears don't often not get through the full sleep cycle.
Maybe they don't even know they did it then.
Because he was pretty irate, but that seems to just be him.
Yeah, that's just his persona. That's just his vibe. It's just what he's about.
Or maybe it was just a special alarm clock he had that allowed him to do that. Single-use rewind time jobby. You know,
can every bear do it at one time?
You know, the single-use classic rewind time alarm clock you can get from Acme.
I mean...
You remember that?
No.
Oh.
You made it up.
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't, though. The world they live in, who knows?
Who knows?
Let's order an Acme catalogue.
We'll come to know at some point.
Acme, if you're listening, if you could send us a catalogue, that'd be grand. You know my address.
Acme catalogue. I'd love that.
Well, how good would that be?
That would be
You can flick through all the existing...
I'd just like that as a sort of like, like an annual...
Yeah.
Just for funsies. Just the Acme catalogue. Show me some good stuff.
We should get on that.
Yeah.
That's something we could do.
So we can flog.
Some good Space Jam merch.
No one owns Acme.
No?
It's the whole point of it. It's
Exactly.
the whole point of its existence.
Yeah.
So, bad luck, Warner Brothers. Or just pay us for that good idea of Warner Brothers. We're a little hard up. So just give us some dollar.
Yeah, you know how to contact us.
That good Warner Brothers dollar. Remember, that's why we're doing
This is
our portfolio.
a couple of big coins.
A couple of good big coins. A couple of good big podcasters. Speaking of us being a bit hard up, if you do want to support the show, you can head over to kaiju.fm and there's a support us page. You can look at some various rewards there. Because really for as little as $1 a month, you can really help us just keep the hosting going. Because you know we don't particularly advertise outside of other podcasts that we do swaps with and things. So otherwise, the best thing you do for us
like us, rate us.
Yeah, like us and rate us, please, especially if you're on iTunes, because it really helps our visibility out. Otherwise, just if you like the show, tell some other people who you think might like it, because you probably if you like it, you probably hang out with some people who might like it. Yeah. So just tell people, because again, we don't really advertise very much.
No, we don't.
We just pop it. We just do some swaps with some other podcasts.
Got an idea people could do. They could write it onto the bottom of their shoe and then give their shoe to people.
I thought you were just going to go there and just kick people in the face.
Or make a potato stamp.
It's
coming up to the time where people are thinking about Christmas cards. So just get loads of blank cards, listen to the Space Jam Continuum on the front, and then just give them to all your friends.
Good thinking.
I know.
Festive.
Brilliant.
Because if there's one thing that Christmas is really all about, it's capitalism, and nothing drives capitalism like advertising.
Exactly.
Like, we're getting in the festive mood already.
Yeah, we are. Get ready for our Christmas special.
The wrong festive. It's Halloween today.
It is Halloween today. Happy Halloween. People don't do Halloween cards, do they?
No, but okay, do it at Halloween. Do a Halloween card as well.
Today.
Do it right now.
If you're listening today, go and tell everyone you're listening.
Otherwise, thank you for listening. We very much appreciate not being alone in this endeavour.
It is good.
And we'll see you all next week. Hopefully, we'll have our proper setup back.
I hope so.
But just hoping isn't going to do it.
Nope.
But until then, allow Bill Samuels to play us out with, what's it called? Don't open up that door, Richard.
Yeah, open up that door, Richard. By Bill Samuels.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bill Samuels.
Oh no, Richard! Oh no, Richard! Open the door, Richard. Open the door and let me in. Open the door, Richard. Richard, why don't you open that door? Open the door, Richard. Open the door, Richard. Man, I know you is there, 'cause I got on all my clothes and I know you ain't going nowhere. Open the door, Richard. Open the door and let me in. Open the door, Richard. Richard, why don't you open that door? Guess I better go around here and get this ladder. I done had me another fifth of port wine. And I'm so high, I'm up in the sky, high as a Georgia pine. Open the door, Richard. Open the door and let me in. Open the door, Richard. Richard, why don't you open that door? Open the door, Richard. ashamed. This cat won't let me in, and I owe just as much rent as he does. Open the door, Richard. Open the door and let me in. Open the door, Richard. Richard, why don't you open that door?
Sir, Brother Hickman.
Yeah, Brother Bill.
Where's your wife?
Oh, man, she's in the house. Where you think you're supposed to be?
Oh, where's Richard?
Man, Richard's in the house. Richard!